and presenting on a topic that I absolutely love and really enjoy helping people to do. So it's all about how to home launch your Jeunesse business. So we need to start, I guess, right at the beginning in terms of, what we do every day to help our business grow and to see how the home launch really fits into this system. So every day, as part of our daily action system, as a Jeunesse distributor growing your home-based business, you would be expected to be engaging in these 3 activities. So number 1 is prospecting, number 2 is enrolling people, and obviously you're not enrolling people every day, or you could be, that would be absolutely incredible, but the idea is that you would be enrolling people consistently because of this daily action system. So prospecting, enrolling, and the third part of the process is launching people, so helping your new team members to get started. So it's really important that these are the main activities that you are focused on in your business. If you want to help people fast track their success, or if you want to, I guess, get yourself fast tracked in your Jeunesse business if you're only new to the team, then what you want to make sure you do is expose your new members to the system as soon as possible. So as part of that system, we have what's called Getting Started training, and it's what we do in that training that really sends up the foundation for us to move forward and launch our business successfully to our warm market. So as part of that Getting Started system, we need to look at, creating our contact list, at learning what to say to our contact list, and also learning how to invite those people to have a look at your business, your products, and also inviting them to your business launch. And dating your home launch is really important because, it's a part of the system that you need to engage in within the first 30 days of getting started. What I like to do is make sure that all of the main functions of the training are done within the first 48 hours. So that's step 1 to 7 in the Getting Started training that we use in our J5 team. And part of that training is to date your launch. I like to have home launches dated within the first 2 weeks of starting, because it's really important that we ride that wave of excitement that your new team member is on at the moment. I mean, this business is all about helping people to stay in momentum. And even though right at the beginning they haven't enrolled anybody just yet, but they're still riding this this momentum of emotion. They're excited, they've got high energy, they're high enthusiasm. So that's the time you want them inviting people to come along and listen to why they've decided to partner with you and Jeunesse and be a part of this amazing business. So the planning stage, how to plan your launch, is really, fundamental to moving forward. So the launch planning stage is really all about inviting, learning how to invite people to this business opportunity and your home launch. So the biggest asset you have right now in this part is your contact list. That is the greatest asset you have. And your contact list, obviously, we want it to be as big and as broad as possible, but we also want to highlight all the amazing people that really, you think would be great at what you've decided to do, would be great as a business partner. So it's important to start with inviting the people that you want to get to first. So when you do contact people about coming to your home launch, it's no different to, I guess, organising a party at your house or a barbecue, or inviting people over for coffee. I mean, you don't have to go to any grand effort. You don't have to cook any big meals or go shopping and buy lots of different things. I mean, this is not about entertaining. It's more about getting together in a social, intimate environment and having the best people in your life come along to listen to all about to what you're doing in your business life. So when you do invite your friends and family, it's important that they are asked to bring along their plus ones. And, I say they're plus one, plus one, plus one, because the more people they bring that you don't know, or that you don't know as well as you know them, the more doors that opens for you to grow your network. So build the numbers with invitations and plus ones, and this will introduce lots of new contacts to your list. The inviting needs to be personal. I mean, this is a very personal business. Network marketing is all about building relationships with people. I know we have amazing products, we have an amazing company, but it really is all about the relationships that we build and rapport that we build with the people that we're talking to. Text is okay for locking in the date. And I say that because we live in such a fast world and everyone is so busy. I mean, I know that it takes me a day or two to get to an email, and sometimes when people call me, it's the wrong time, or I'm busy doing something else and I'm not really thinking about it. And if someone's trying to invite me to something, then I've got to write down the date and the time and the place. So I quite like the idea of a text for locking in the date. So it's almost like a save the date text. So, and what you put in the text, you know, it's important to make sure that they know what they're coming along to. You don't want people showing up to your house and thinking, you know, wow, I didn't really buy into this. I didn't realize it was going to be this sort of night. I mean, so make sure that you are transparent when you're inviting people to your business launch. Make sure they know that, you know, you're excited about what you're doing. Share your story. Let them know why you've joined, and let them know you'd love to have their support there. It's important that people know that them coming along is important to you, especially for family and friends, because getting numbers to your launch is really the key. And if they can bring other people along, that's going to make it even more exciting. So lock in the date with the text, but the phone is absolutely essential for locking in the attendance, the RSVP. Whatever you do, do not spam. Don't send generic texts or Facebook messages to friends that you don't talk to on a regular basis, because that just does look really spammy and unprofessional, and actually it can look quite desperate, and that's what you don't want. You want your launch to have a really exclusive feel to it. You want people to feel important, that they're being invited, and that this is important to you, that they come along. So follow-up is the absolute key. You need to RSVP for maximum numbers. Okay, again, remember, if you were organizing a party at your house, how would you go about doing that? You know, for you to cater, you need to know numbers. So this is no different. Okay, you want to know numbers, you need to know how many people are coming and who's bringing friends. So I like to have a combination of text and phone, and also a reminder text the day before the launch is really a good way to just finalize the numbers as well. So now that you've done such a great job of inviting everyone, and people say, well, what's a good number? You know, for me, you know, a good number is all dependent on what your network is like. I mean, I can't ask a new member to have 50 people in their house if they don't know 50 people. So for me, it's more about quality than quantity. And to be honest, it's all about how many other people their guests can bring along that we actually don't know about. So, you know, if you get good at the whole referral invitation, you know, that's going to really build your numbers as well. So don't get too caught up if people don't turn up that said they would, or you get cancellations at the end of the night. I've had amazing home launches with small numbers of people. I mean, obviously we want maximum, but whoever turns up, that's who you work with. When I'm at a launch, I never worry about who didn't turn up. I always have my 100% focus on the people that are there in front of me, because they're the ones that have made the effort to come along. So getting to the launch, I have a bit of a system that I've always used in direct sales. Now, my previous business was all about setting up a pop-up shop in people's homes. So I'm very comfortable going into people's homes, meeting people for the first time, meeting all their friends and family, and then doing a presentation based on the products that I had to offer. The home launch, you know, there are a few different ways that we can run these. And when I got started in Jeunesse, you know, a lot of us were doing these launches with PowerPoints, laptops, clickers, you know, speakers. It all looked fantastic, and you know, it seemed fantastic, but to be quite honest, in the home environment, a lot of that technical stuff and looking too much like an expert can turn people away. Okay, so people who are genuinely looking at what you do and thinking, you know what, I would love to be a part of this, but I don't think I could plug that laptop in and learn all of that information and present it in front of all these people. So the reason I've put this training together is because I really believe that we need to get back down to an everyday level when we're doing a home launch. It's all about helping people to feel comfortable in that environment, and the key people that we're looking for, the ones that are interested in changing their life through the business, if they can see something that they resonate with and they love the information you're presenting, the very next question, the million-dollar question they're going to have in their mind is, can I do this? Now, if they look at you looking like an absolute superstar professional in your business attire and your laptop and, rattling off all sorts of scientific stuff, a lot of those people might think, I don't think this is for me. Okay, so you really need to make sure that you work this at the level of the home base. And that's why I have really done away with my laptop. All I bring along to my presentation is a USB with a few videos on it and some before and after testimonials. So this is what I have been doing in home launches, and this is what has been working for me and a lot of the people that I'm working with, and I really hope that you can learn something new today on this training call and put some of this into action, and I hope it really helps you to find lots of new customers at these home launches, but mostly a few good business people, that would love to partner with you in your business. So you can do your own business launch. Our business, our network is growing globally by the day. I mean, Jeunesse is in 129 countries. I cannot physically get on a plane and fly to Europe to do one home launch. It just isn't feasible. Okay, so what I want to have is a foolproof system that's simple enough and duplicatable enough that anyone can do this regardless of their background, their qualifications, their skills, because this launch that I'm about to present to you today is all about tapping into the personal stories that led you to make this decision and sharing what you love about the opportunity, about the products at your personal level. So number one, everyone's arrived, everyone's sitting down, what you need to do. Now, remember, this is you and this is you actually launching your own business. Okay, you don't have an enroller in the room or a sponsor in the room that's going to do this for you. But I'll talk to you later about you doing this for other people and how it would work in that case. So number one, it's all about setting the scene. So you always want to make sure that you have a business focus first. So you do want to make sure everything you present in this home launch, regardless of whether it's some product or stories about the company or about the opportunity, that everything focuses on the idea that anyone in that room can join you and be a part of this business. So you want to welcome everybody and you want to share your prepared story. Now, your prepared story should be finalized by the time you finish your Getting Started training. And I have got a Creating Your Story training that I've got on my YouTube channel if you want some help with that. But having a prepared story is really the most important thing for you to do after you've invited everyone to come along. So your story is going to be a bit like this. This is me. This is where I was. This is what I've done. This is how I found Jeunesse, and this is why I joined. Okay, so that's your story. In your story, you need to not just promote income, because income is not exciting to everybody. Funny enough, sometimes when you talk about million-dollar incomes and big incomes, it can actually be a little bit unsettling at that home launch level. So what you want to talk about is why you joined this company in terms of how it's going to change your lifestyle. what you can do because of this company that you couldn't do before, and how you can grow an income that suits your needs. So whether that's a little extra, a few $100s a month just to pay a few extra bills, go out for dinner, or whether you want a few $1,000s a month, this business can help you get whatever you want. The next thing you need to do is also present the company. So this is the company, this is why they are so awesome. And just have a couple of things, two things about Janess that excited you. And as you can see, everything's coming back to you and what you loved about the opportunity when you first looked at it. So also in your story, it's important to promote the supportive system of Janess. So as part of that introduction, you talk about the people that you're working with and how supportive it is, and how you're not working on your own doing your home-based business. You've got this great team that helps you learn more about this, and training and all the rest of it. So your story always goes back to what excited you guys. So remember, in your introduction, you need to nail every single part of that. The next step is to introduce the products. So these are the products. This is what they do. And obviously you want to share some personal stories that you might have had just yourself. You may not have even received your products yet, so you can share stories from other people. You can also show testimonials, on through a USB or in a display folder. And one thing I do like to do is make it interactive. So I do pass the products around the room. I, allow people to test it a little bit on the back of their hand. So we start with the serum, put a little bit of day cream on it, just the tiniest amount, and then obviously the night cream on the other back of the hand as well. So that's so people can touch, feel, smell. Okay, people need to be emotionally attached to a product to actually, consider making a purchase. So you want them to feel it as much as they see it. So doing the interaction around the room is important. The next thing you can do is play a product video. Now, I like the Dr. Nathan Newman stem cell video, and I also like to play the Instantly Ageless live demo when I talk about Instantly Ageless. Now, if you have a smaller group, you may prefer to play Secret of Janess. Now, this is entirely up to you. If you feel that your group, because you know them better than anyone, if you feel that they are patient enough to sit through a 15-minute movie, then you can do that. And Secret of Janess is a great little video. It takes them through all the products. It talks about the opportunity, the lifestyle, the new age of business in network marketing. So it is a great option. But if you feel that your group is too large and they're too chatty, so if they're too vibrant and too talkative, then stick to the shorter product videos, 1 to 2 minutes, and then in between, obviously, it's you sharing your stories about the products and why you love them and how you use them. The display folder for the before and after photos, that's an easy way to show them. Remember, I don't know if you're sort of starting to get the picture. It's all about easy. It's all about doing things that other people in the audience can go, yes, I can do that. That looks pretty easy. I can flip a display folder over, or I can plug a USB stick into a TV and play the videos. Anything that's easy will work in terms of attracting people to the business. Okay, the next thing you need to do is make sure that, after they've seen all the products and you've gone through all the skincare and also the nutritional products and touched on the Zen Body, and of course with Zen Body, you can also have some before and after photos there as well, and that's a really great way to promote that. Now you can talk about, how they can purchase the products. So they can become a wholesale customer and they can purchase their products at almost half price. Okay, the customer pack, the basic pack A and B, 1 and 2, that's just about half price based on the recommended retail price to the pack price. Okay, but also you want to make sure that you tease them with the business side. So you can also say, oh guys, you can become a wholesale distributor, which means then, like me, you can make money based on how the system works with these products. You can join me in this business, and as you're talking about this, it's important that you hand out something that they can touch and feel again. So now we're going back to touch and feel. So you hand out your sign-up forms, and you promote the membership option. Now at this stage, I would ask people to complete the forms in terms of their personal details, write their names, their address, their numbers, and even just put it out there and say, guys, it doesn't mean you have to buy anything tonight. I'd just love to put you on my email, on my database, so that I can send you any promotions that we're having. That is a great way to get names and numbers on a piece of, on a sign-up form. And in my experience, once people start writing, it's a bit hard for them to stop. So all of a sudden they start looking at the packs and then get more interested in the interactive side of purchasing product. Now, one of the biggest dilemmas is, do we demonstrate product or do we run a demonstration video? And look, this is entirely up to you. And I can see on social media, in our teams, there's a lot of people that are doing pamper parties, and there's a lot of people that are, having the whole mask experience or using Instantly Ageless as well as part of this home launch. And look, I'm not here to say what you have to and what you can't do, and it's all about what works for you, and I'm only here to share with you what works for me. In my experience, demonstrating products can be a little bit risky. Okay, now you think about it. If you have someone with highly sensitive skin in the room and they get a bit of a reaction, okay, you could stand to lose an entire audience. Okay, so you would much rather them watch a live demo on a video than have that have the risk of that happening. I mean, lots of people do the demonstrations and it works and it's fine. And, I don't have a problem with that, but just keep that in mind. The other issue is the duplication. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If I had seen Janesse in a home launch environment, and I was a demonstrator in another company, but I was not an avid skincare user. So if I'd gone along and watched that distributor do Instantly Ageless on a few people and apply the mask and help people do facials, I don't think I would have been as interested as I was after going to an opportunity event. So for me personally, it wouldn't have really, I guess, hit my hot button. And think about it this way too. If you've got men in the room, now I don't know many men who would love to have a business where they go around giving people masks and applying skincare. Okay, so when you consider that, how feasible is it to do a home launch demonstrating the product? Just think about it. You can pick your audience. If you've got a Friday night rowdy group of women and you want to do it that way because they all want to see how the products work, by all means, go ahead and do that. So, it's important that you work with the group that's in front of you. But look, in my experience, demonstrating product of this kind can be detrimental because you never know, someone might have a reaction, and also the duplication factor, which is even more important. If there's people in the room that aren't comfortable with that type of demonstrating, you will lose them. So now it takes us to becoming to the part where we're, enrolling members into the business and into the wholesale membership. So you need to explain the Janesse membership options, and anyone that's joined Janesse knows how to do this. So number one, you need to let people know you can become a wholesale customer. You can purchase your products at almost half price. That is a huge advantage to us as distributors in a home environment. There are no direct sellers that I know of that can go into the home and promote their products and say, guys, tonight you can have half price off these packs. It just does not happen because most of the time those direct sellers, as I was, are working on commission. So we have to sell and then we get paid. You need to make sure you also focus on the idea that they can also become a wholesale customer and have access to the business opportunity. So please promote the business pack options. That's really important that people understand that those options are there for them. The last thing you want is for people to leave that room not knowing. Okay, the worst thing that can happen when people know there's a business is that they say, look, it all sounds great, but it's not for me. I'm just going to stick to some products. And that gives you an opportunity to ask for referrals. So when you are doing the one-on-one and going through their order form and signing them up and picking the pack, if they're not interested in the business, it's always a great idea to ask every single person. You ask the same question. Who do you know that would love this style of business? Do you know anyone that would love to travel more, would love to be home-based? It's a really good way for you to get referrals. In my old business, every single person that made a purchase that we were doing one-on-one with, we would ask the question if they would have a party for us, a demonstration for us. In this business, we're asking for referrals, okay? You can also ask the question, would you be interested in having a demo like this in your home, and your friend who's just launched her business could actually come and run it for you. So, how exciting would that be? That's supporting the friendship even more. So it's important that they know that as a distributor, they can make dollars. If they join our team, not only will they be supported, but they can be supported by a system that helps them to earn income as a home-based business owner. Make sure that you promote the 90-day detox. Okay, the 90-day detox will help you to sign people up on packs, but more importantly, sign people up on auto ship. Okay, so the business end of the home launch is important because this is where you sort of get to filter. This is like the spaghetti strainer. Okay, everyone that's left in the strainer are the ones that are interested in the business, even if it's slightly. Okay, so we need to make sure we talk to every single person so we can filter out who actually could be interested in this, or who has friends that could be interested in this. So if you are also interested in the business, I can speak with you at the end of this presentation. So it's important that at the end of this presentation, speaking to the group, that they know that they can come and have a chat with you about the business. Okay, or I can send you a recorded link to watch, and you can learn more about the business part of Jeunesse so that you can make an informed decision just like I did. So this is still during the presentation, guys. Share your story again. Share a different version of your story. Share another aspect of your story. This is what really attracted me to this company. It's really important that you learn to make the launches personal, to share as many stories as you can. Commit to using them for the entire 3-month detox. Now, I've never had anyone say no to that, so that's great. So the next thing you say is, this is the expectation. Fantastic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up your auto ship, because the only product you need to reorder is the serum. Everything else will last for around 3 months, and the serum will get shipped to you at 40% off in month 2 and month 3. Now you can cancel that anytime you like, but I would love for you to stick to it for 90 days. And I guess if you do love it for 90 days, then it's up to you if you want to continue. Now, in our experience, and as a cosmetic industry statistic, if women mostly use a skincare product for 3 months, they will continue to use it long term, and long term in this industry is around about 10 years. Okay, so make sure that you promote that 90-day detox at the home launch. Make sure all your guests, regardless of their interests, are invited to learn more about Jeunesse products or the business by registering for the webinar or coming along to an event. So we drive all the traffic from the launch to the system, the webinars and the live meetings, okay? Because you just never know who's in the room, who's maybe a bit too hesitant to ask right then and there. But if you let people know, if you say, guys, if you're doing an event, a home launch on a Friday night, let them know. On Monday night, we've got an overview. You can be at home in your pajamas and you can log in, register, listen to it, and you can learn all about this company. You can learn more about the products you just bought if they're interested just in products. the thing is, once they get on the webinar, they're going to be exposed to the entire Jeunesse package, okay? So anyone that's interested in the business, I mean, this is going to happen, absolutely. We don't even think about it. You're going to register them for the webinar, and you're going to invite them to come along to the events. And also, you want to make sure that you plug them into one of your leaders for a 3-way call. Your launch is now complete. Congratulations, guys. This is a brand new member running their own launch. There's nothing hard about what I just went through, and the system is simple enough that anyone, regardless of your background, can do this. This is not public speaking. This is you talking to a group of friends or family in their lounge room or their kitchen. I am a big fan of home launches. Some of my team members want to do events at a venue. They want to have a launch at a hotel or at a meeting room. It doesn't work the same way. Okay, so I really do discourage that. The home launch is really the best place to launch your business. So whether you are brand new or whether you've been in the business for some time, if you haven't done your launch yet, the challenge to you is to date the launch now and follow this process. It's simple, it's duplicatable, and the reason I like this system is because anyone can do it. It doesn't matter whether you're young, old, female, male, a skincare user or not. Anyone can get up and share their story, because the core essence of this home launch, the way we have set this up step by step, is really about sharing stories. Now, if you are lucky enough to have your sponsor or an upline leader living in your area and they will do this for you, I would still personally recommend they stick to this format. But at the beginning, when you're doing the intro and setting the scene, okay, the person that's being launched, they do the welcome, they share their story, and then they introduce and edify the guest presenter. Okay, so the guest presenter comes up and then they do exactly the same thing. They share their story and they set the scene again. So if you're lucky enough to have someone with you, you can do that. Otherwise, guys, give this a go. Anyone can do it. So the outcome of the launch is to open the door to your new team members' warm market as soon as possible. Every training you do is about opening doors to new markets, okay? Home launches are the best way to do that. When we enroll people into this business, life can get in the way, and 2 weeks is a long time in some people's life. Anything can happen. So what started out as a great idea, and everyone comes in with all the best intentions, before you know it, things happen. So the faster you can get in front of your enrollments warm market, that means the faster you can grow a team of level 2s and beyond. Now, if your person doesn't re-engage in the business, that's fine. What have you gained out of that? You've gained level 2s, 3s, 4s, wherever it gets to. It can be endless possibilities of new team legs into your business. You will also capture lots of new customers, and customers are really important to our business. I mean, we are a business that is driven by product sales. I mean, customers are the key. We need to engage with customers. We need to promote the benefits of the products, and we need to then help customers learn how they can get the products at the best price. And then we need to help customers learn how to buy their products in the back office, how to have an auto ship, how to use their website. Okay, so that's all part of the customer service. Imagine having, 1,000 customers in your business who all buy one product every 6 to 8 weeks. That is some pretty amazing volume coming through your business. So don't be too judgmental of customers. Don't just focus on the builders. I mean, obviously they're our first focus, but customers, you just never know who they are going to lead you to. New business partners mean new team legs. It means new launches. It means new growth, new activity, new enrollments. This is how your business will grow. So you need to have a balance. In my business, I've noticed that it's 1 in 10. For every 10 customers I enroll, I have 1 new business partner. So, it's important that you do keep an eye on your total business when you're doing these launches. Follow up, follow up, follow up. I cannot stress enough how important that is. Follow up is the key in every part of your business, whether you're prospecting, whether you're enrolling someone, whether you're offering customer service, and of course, when you're launching new team members or if you're launching yourself, you need to follow up. So anyone that you have enrolled in that from that home launch that is interested in the business, you need to follow up. Use that 48-hour window. Get them to an event. Get them locked into an introduction call. Allow them to engage in the system, the business system that we are a part of. So guys, that brings me to the end of our training. I'm really excited to have presented this topic to you today, and I'm happy to stay on and answer a few questions. For those of you that are listening to the recording, I hope that you've loved this information, and if you do have any questions about it, feel free to message me on Facebook, and I really do hope that this gives you, a bit more inspiration to go out there and run your own home launches. It's not hard. This is simple. Anyone can do it. It's duplicatable. Imagine you have a whole team of people who are out there launching themselves and helping to launch other people. Doing it this way, low tech, high on personality, high on sharing your story. Anybody can do this. Start a conversation that never ends. That's what network marketing is all about. So thank you so much for listening, guys.